Hi, this is Vicki Jervicus at the Greater Gainesville Chamber, and I'm delighted today to welcome Evan Moon. We're going to get to know him a little better, and he is one of our candidates for Gainesville City Mayor. Welcome, Evan.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about yourself before we jump into our 5 questions.
Very well. My name is Evan Moon. I usually don't prepare much of a statement from the get-go. Obviously, I grew up in Gainesville, and I have a strong sense of service, whether I'm working a customer service job or interacting with constituents and public and whatnot. But the idea is to bring people into service. This is a very spiritual thing for me, and if that's enough, I don't like opening statements. Prefer to answer questions and get to issues. Thank you.
Perfect. All right. Well, we will jump right in then. The first question I have for you is, what is the role of the Gainesville City Commission and the mayor within the City Commission in the community?
And the community specifically. Well,
Mhm.
and the community, the city commission listens to the community, or that would be ideal. I personally have been going out, even though I'm not currently a commissioner of any kind, nor the mayor yet. I've been doing a lot of listening, especially the mayor sits on in a lot of meetings. So we must be able to create a framework in order to build a community. Oftentimes people talk about day one and they romanticize being in office. I would imagine going in and saying the coffers are empty. So they're going to the commission must manage this and put on a positive face so that we can show our constituents that we can build something together. Um, there will be many opportunities going forward for this. Currently, I would like to see some assistance in terms of community and public safety. That's one of my focuses this week as I've been meeting with people and individuals, whether it's about domestic issues or drug addiction or families that are falling through the cracks without St. Francis House and only $35,000 allocated to family promise. Um, I um, I know that this is on the back burner for a lot of the commissioners currently, and I know that times are tight, people are hurting, and that means that community is all the more important. And being able to, I say use this line a lot. We sent, kids back to school, but their test scores did not go back up. They did. It was a blip, not the same thing. Samely, if you look at the numbers, people did not come outside their echo chambers. There's constantly violence at the park now, and instead of just pointing to these things and saying that they're happening, I'd like to see more hands-on work in the city, which I will be personally doing this month.
Okay, very good. All right, my next question for you is, what particular skills and experiences would you bring to the office of the mayor?
All right. So my personal skills are, even though I talk a lot, I'm actually listening. I'll give you an example. I used to work for Clinique and Belk, and I was speaking with you privately earlier about
Mhm.
how I believe in a sense of service, but also in the sense that let's say you're providing customer service, you must put the people back in it. Um, I was talking about one gentleman whose feet were you could tell he lived alone. And I'm the person who goes and actually helps this person as he shouts profanities at people.
Mhm.
But I'm the person who's helping this gentleman figure out what kind of shoes he's going to wear. I am the person who ended up taking over Clinique for a while, and we built not only market share because in order to have sustainability, you must have growth. And so we built our market share every single year. So uh, and we dominated that. And this is because I believed in clienteling. That means getting to know the people that you are serving. So you'll notice I'm going out and I'm meeting with people individually in order to advocate for them either at the ground level for them specifically, trying to inspire people, whether I'm in another role where I'm going down the list of things we can go through for, let's say, Second and Charles, and things we can merchandise in the store and getting people fired up. But oftentimes it comes back to cosmetics, where you're trying to find a person's exact skin tone to match their foundation. and prescribing it's a prescriptive line, but you're basically trying to find what will help their skin the best, and it's very individualized. This is an excellent example of how I want to talk to people on an individual basis. Uh, just like we have the very poor who need individual assistance from caseworkers and whatnot, we have every individual has needs, even though we don't have a caseworker for everyone in our society. And I'm definitely the person to bring structure. Well, we are organizing a bunch of bars in town that need help, a kitchen, or we're advocating for quality and consistency at Walmart. These are all things I bring to the table, whether I'm at the ground level or I'm at an intermediate level or higher up. To inspire people. I know we'll talk about this later. People need to go out and vote, but really encourages people is the fact that they're being heard. If you're being heard, you will feel as if you're a part of this system, and that it is our system, and that we can build a community rather than letting it post-COVID deteriorate.
Mhm. Okay, very good.
I will read this.
If you were elected, what would be your
Yes.
top priorities and projects?
Yes. First of all, our budget, we are hurting. Current commission and the interim city manager are having, good luck to, we keep having city managers. We were down 12 million was the gap. It's down to 10 million. So that's something. It's going to have to be to take a look at this budget and remembering that we're trying to build a community and find some priorities. Because prioritization is how we will handle spending. Otherwise, we won't be able to build something together that we can be proud of. So I would like to see assistance with the slow season in Gainesville. I was looking at several locations. We'd have to partner with the county for most of them, or look for some assistance. I know they will be pressed with the homestead exemption extension if that passes. But would love to see assistance with the slow season, meaning a new fairgrounds, not just using the racetrack. Although I commend the leadership from the people who worked on that, and they did a very good job. What we want to do is continue to use that, and then as we look at some few other options that I've mentioned on my webpage, one of which might be on 83rd way, which we would have to look at and talk to the county and have environmentalists go over, and we need a good road there. Another option would be north of the airport if the county wanted to work with us still on that. But there's another spot. People are often afraid of brownfields, and we would have to create some cement area for camping. But the Cabot Copper Superfund will become available. And I would like to see that would even be in the city of Gainesville. But I'm not married to any of these ideas, and this would take partnership with the county. But we want to have foot traffic going through Gainesville rather than being an A market all year long. It's a C market because we have these slow months. And if you are a working person, or you've ever seen a restaurant close, oftentimes people leverage their homes. This affects people. And if you do realize that people are hurting, this is top of mind. Um, and another thing I would work on is transportation is a big issue. I sometimes talk about transportation knowing that we are short on funds, and that we currently have two half-cent sales taxes currently tied up anyways. But I'll give you an example. We could say that the state has dropped the ball on, let's say, Newberry Road. Well, we already help with the sidewalks there. Perhaps we could offer to assist them in this. Because blaming them doesn't really help us. What we need to do is take matters in our own hands sometimes. But again, that would have to be a priority, and my ears are to the ground for that because we can only work on so many things. But more importantly, in terms of transportation, I would like to see reliable transit from RTS. Our RTS is currently, I think it's been cut in half. UF, I walk in a room, I tell people I'm not crazy. I would love to see a monorail. And they're going to do a Gator rail. Maybe they'll do one in Jacksonville, right? Well, instead we're doing these shuttles from like 8 till like I think 8 p.m. at night, and they only go on weekdays, and it's just for the students. And then we'll have some RTS shuttles that only go so late. This is a matter of public safety and a matter of being able to get to work. Because if you, let's say, can't afford to take off Sundays, you have to have bus service. And instead of making this a wild idea, and I don't make promises nor guarantees. I offer vigilance, and I am listening. We need to make that a priority. So that would cost a good chunk of change, but that's something we could be proud of as a community if we can provide reliable service to our constituents. And the third thing was hang on, I don't want to have a moment like what's his name hang on. Oh yeah, actual affordable housing is the third thing. Obviously, well, we do have levers. There's the Live Local Act. There are some grants that can be provided, but they're not enough. Um, uh, I talk about actually affordable housing. So that's going to mean that we do what we can to partner with new developments, but also give incentives to people who currently live here to maintain their homes and reward good stewardship. Because just building new complexes all the time is very expensive. We need to be able to do is drive the market by an ounce of maintenance is worth a pound of restoration, and we need to be able to uh, build not luxury housing. When I see more student luxury housing being built, my heart sinks because I know it's expensive, and I get a sour taste in my mouth. I want to see is housing that people who have worked here and do work here, those people can afford.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. I
Oh,
want you to
those are going
finish
to
your
be
thought.
priorities. Yeah, that's fine. I was going to get into. I'm currently looking at GFL's implementing its practices, and people are going to have to adjust to that. I've been talking to people about their compost and whatnot, but that we can say that for another time.
Okay, terrific. Well, you touched on this a little bit with that question, but we're going to go into another fourth
Yes.
question, which is what are your thoughts on the property tax amendment that is going to appear on the ballot in the fall?
It looks like it's going to pass, and I think that means that we need to um, fortify ourselves. So we mentioned focuses before. This is number one, people are hurting. Number two, I'm listening. Number three, this is also going to hurt. I think was it Section 8 also affects local police. So don't forget that. So if you do vote for this, know what you're taking money from. And millage people will still be taxed on other housing. I know Ron DeSantis was I can't use the term I believe I would like to use, but his bottom side was bruised because it was not extended to take money away from schools as well. I keep seeing these candidates who want to take money away from schools. It's like, look, it's one thing to send your kid to private school. It's another thing to defund public schools. How are kid? What do most private schools don't provide you a bus service. Like, they don't provide aftercare in the same way. They might, but they're not held to that standard unless we have some other system set up to modernize taking care of our children. That's going to hurt. We're going to have to modernize the structure in which we take care of our community as well. I mentioned that before in terms of public safety. These are all things that are going to cost us. People are already hurting, but I need to keep hearing from people, so I know where they are. Obviously, I have my own eyes, but I want to hear from people's perspectives, so they know they're a part of this process. Um, the that is a tax cut, and when you see taxes cut, you will see services cut. So we should still be able to serve and focus on things that can all be proud of. That's my stance on that. I want people to be very aware of what they're voting for, and maybe it does serve certain people. I won't shame you for it. I'm just going to inform you. But people have their own minds made up about pretty much already whether or not they're going to vote for this. Um, Again, we're going to have to be vigilant because the county will have less money to assist us if this goes through, and they will be having to assist. Now, maybe there's a silver lining, maybe through a greater centralization of municipal services, maybe we can do things with a better cost basis. That might be possible. But just know that at the county level, they are going to be pressed. So we're going to have to do our part. Uh, Community.
Community. All right. Well, now that kind of leads well into our final question, which is what prompted you to run for the city commission and the mayor's role right now?
I looked at my utility bill and I noticed that a lot of the money was it was kind of high. And I looked at the history of it. It had been high comparatively. Um, and luckily, it's not the highest anymore. So I looked into it. I looked at our budget. I noticed that we were very pressed. Today, I can tell you we need another $3 million a year just for roads that we don't have currently. Um, and that's a separate budget. But it was very pressed, and I knew that things would be cracks were going to open and things were going to fall through. I did not know at that time what it would be. St. Francis closed, and that has been, again, something I've been looking into. I don't have an answer for people yet, but I am looking into. Um, I would like to have an answer for you. I have been asking around and talking to Grace Marketplace and stuff like that. Um, and if you're a caseworker for families, please let me know. I would like to hear from you in confidence. But I saw we would need some leadership because again, people romanticize going into office and day one we're gonna do all these things. I expect for the coffers to be empty and to be trying to work through new ideas. And then I knew that leadership would be required, and it just blew my mind. I saw these new leaders called before, the state trying to justify holding GRU still and before the state initially took it away. And I would be very skeptical sitting on the city commission with any kind of energy proposal. And I would rely very much on transparency to build trust because the it has ruined our credit in Gainesville. This biomass plant. I'm sure it has some uses, but running it costs a lot. And we're probably going to see is Duke Energy and Clay Electric just producing a lot of our electric, then we'll resell it and provide other services. Um, I don't know. I cannot speak for Ed Bilarski, obviously. He's got his own ideas. But uh, going forward, I'm not exactly sure what they're going to do. But I would be very skeptical of any kind of trade secret being lobbied to us. And currently, the city was talking about solar, and recently, solar had been actually removed. It received enough petitions to have a demonopolization of energy throughout the state of Florida, and solar was pushing that. And I would be. They were. The city was taking money. I'm sorry. Was spending money to receive solar energy to then transport throughout the city. But the cost basis was a trade secret, and they kept repeating that in front of the state. And I was like, I figured these people need leadership and some sense of discernment. I'm not trying to um, throw under the bus or the choo choo, if downtown Gainesville. Uh, Anyone currently on the commission or that was on the commission based on this, what I need to do is demonstrate that there is a need for sensibility and my ability to read the comments because I do read the comments. I do listen to people, whether or not they insult me or not. Some people will immediately bring me their concerns, and that makes it easy for me. Other times, people will start with some goofy stuff, and then I can get past that and I can get to what I'm looking for from them, which is I need to hear from you why you're frustrated or any great ideas you have for the city. you know and so since I am listening, the city desperately needs someone like me to serve them and really address this crisis that we're in. But if you're currently happy with your roads, good. I have some events coming up for you that I think you'll enjoy. If you're not happy with the way things are going, you can enjoy the events and share with me. But I do push anyone, whether or not you are happy with the current state of things or unhappy, um, to follow this agenda I'm pushing, where we're going to build community and reestablish Gainesville to go because going forward that will give us a very firm footing with anything that comes our way.
Okay, very good. All right, well, we have a couple more minutes, and so I'm going to open the floor for you. If there's anything we didn't cover that you wanted to, or if you just want to summarize and close us out, the floor is yours right now.
Yeah, well, more than anything, thank you very much, and thank you for your cordial nature. Um, yeah, more than anything, I really want to hear from people. Like I said, I'm listening. I lately I have been looking at a lot of the violence issues in Gainesville and things that lead to it. But I'm also going to be pushing forth not just community events that people may or may not be able to make it to, because we can have a free concert. The concert's not free; it's free for you to go, but it's not. It costs money. Not everybody can make it to these things. And I have heard people's concerns because we're looking to tighten the budget, and or at least I'm not currently on the commission, but something will have to be done, and I won't speak for them. But something will have to be done, and libraries, for instance, are a great third space. And if we shorten our library hours, for instance, I do this thing where I only go out to eat with my wife once in a blue moon. You can see some transformers behind me. You have to save up for those. Like they're actually little individual components. Those are combiners. And I wanted to show my wife we can build something over time because if something is not within your means by, let's say, every week, that's fine. But if you save up and once a month you go out to eat or something, hey, we've made some progress. But there are some services you can't pay for just once a month. And we need to be very cautious about this. So, for instance, library services, not everyone has a career, or they do have a career and they rely on the library, and that it's a haven for them. So, if we start making cuts to things without thinking about the repercussions, such as RTS, um, what's going to happen is uh, we are going to deprioritize the things that help people the most. So, if you need to get to a a free food event, or you need to get to the library, or you need to get to work to be able to sustain yourself, or your car is in ill repair and you can't afford an Uber every day. These are the things that not everyone can afford to Uber everywhere they go. Not everyone can afford to take off work to get to the library if it closes early or it has less days that are available. Prioritization is going to hinge on the conversations I've been having with our constituents. I can take some leadership and I can bring up ideas as I have been, but a lot of what I put forward are going to come from individuals that are not myself. And I want people to know who are working hard and they feel pushed. First of all, I am not alone. You are with me because I am with you, and I need to hear from you. I would like for people to contact me through my Facebook or my website. Uh, Vote for Mayor Moon is my tag. I'm not your current mayor. And be cordial to your current mayor, please. But this is about being heard, and it's about making rational decisions based on hearing from our constituents and a little bit of leadership. So if you are being heard and you vote Moon, we will be in this together.
Terrific. Thank you so much. And I will emphasize one of Evan's points is that it is important to make your voice heard. And of course, one of the best ways to do that is to vote. And we have this great opportunity coming up on Tuesday, August 18th. And at the Greater Gainesville Chamber, we want to make sure you take advantage of that right and get out and vote, however you like to do so.
Make sure you're registered by the 20th. And remember, all you have to do is care a little, care again, or continue to care, and you will be empowered. If otherwise we go through life and we feel as if we're not a part of this. No, this is our lives. And it's about the community you want to make.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Evan, for spending time with us today, and good luck out in the campaign trail. We'll see you out and about. Bye now.